what we're going to do is we're just going to update tags. And in this case, we're going to update the owner tag. Again, the idea that maybe, Doug was working on project X, but now he's handing it over to Rob. So now I'm going to assign all those resources to Rob because I don't want to have to deal with them anymore. So again, we're going to get all the resources with the owner tag. And you could see what the output was when I ran this earlier today. There are 303 resources with the tag owner. It said 302, but if you remember, about 15 minutes ago, we added a Doug owner, so it went up to 303. Again, we can fix a max of 20 because that last action where you're updating tags allows you to update 20 at a time. So let's run the tag updater. This is going to take a second because we're going to build a bunch of checkboxes and fields for 303 resources. So, it's building, again, just like we had that date picker, this one is going to have a list of checkboxes next to each ARN and then the owner name. Right, so we can see all of them here. So who owns them? And then if we want, it says we can fix a max of 20 of them. And in this one, it won't actually let you pick more than 20. I can show you the code here. And I changed it for the video that it'll only let you select 5 entries. So if you actually look here, I have to run.
So while that's running, Doug, is there a way that you can kind of do a bulk update where it automatically keeps cycling through and just reassigning to an example I'm thinking of here is, I've come from the world of like identity management and whatnot in the past, especially AWS.
Right.
If you had a bunch of things assigned to you and you were leaving the company and I was coming into the company as the new person responsible, you might have an IAM system of some kind or HR system that's communicating to an IAM system that says that Doug is leaving. As soon as that happens, an alert goes out to other downstream systems to remove Doug from all these different systems kind of automatically. I could see that being a great use case here where maybe, again, an IAM system of some kind pushes out a notification to unSkript. unSkript says, hey, it looks like Doug's leaving. Let's kick off this update resource tags. And instead of me going in and manually checking all these boxes, just do it kind of in one bulk fashion.
I just wrote it down. I'll build that run book. That's a great, it's a great use case. So absolutely that's possible. It's not built right now, but it would be very easy to, again, we could say get owner is equal to Rob, right? And so we could filter on, is there an owner tag? Does the owner tag equal Rob? Get all those resources. And then we could update all of those and assign them to Doug.
Okay. And then
so in terms of
in this case, there's only 20 at a time. So do you have to manually go in and check them along the way, or can we automate that process as well?
We could build a loop. Absolutely. Okay. We could have it loop through and just, loop through and, 20 at a time, Rob begins to disappear from the AWS environment and Doug's, load grows. So absolutely. And so in this case, remember, I set the limit to 5. So if I try to click a 6th one, it won't let me. And you can see down here it's throwing an error and it says, you've reached the maximum number. So it won't actually let you select more than 20. So you can't accidentally break the system. But in this case, what we can do is we can update this to, right, we're just going to update these ones, showing that, I'm doing this during a video. And again, it's a really long list. So we can print that list and we can see that the value is now unSkript video for a bunch of them. I'm not going to change the one for Jashima because that's his item that he owns that. And now we can attach that to the resources. And so again, it's going to loop through 5 times, update the tags for all of those. And so now it's updated. So if we come back over here and we just get those resources again, and then run it, you'll see that those first 4 entries all have video in the front of them showing that the tag was actually updated at AWS, which is sort of cool. Like, it's just like one of those right away instant feedback, the changes you made worked. So there we go. We updated those tags. So, a bulk updater will be coming. And these run books are not actually in unSkript yet. They're not in our open source, but I am opening a pull request later this afternoon. So they will be in the open source and our SaaS offering in the next release.